guys go. You're live.
Are we live?
You're live.
We're live.
We're live.
Oh, wait. Welcome, everybody, to the only show out there that gives you all the news about festival lifestyle, the Festival Addicts. Who's in my studio right now?
Hello, Daniela.
Hi, Kelly.
And we have an extra special guest. Hi, Kevin.
Hi. Hi, Bernard.
Kevin.
Oh, what's up? Hey, Monique.
Hi. Oh, I got a hi. Yay. Well, we have sound. This is great. Well, welcome everybody to the Tuesday show. And we there's a lot of really exciting news that we are actually going to cover. There's been a lot of events announced, some big, some small, some concerning, and there's just a lot of things happening, and we want to talk to you about it all. And the first thing that we want to kick this off with is actually recapping the event that took place in our own backyard over this past weekend. It was the Gareth Emery drive-in. So Kevin, you are our special guest today, and you actually attended. So you want to tell us like what your experience was like there?
Yeah, sure. So it was a very different event compared to like Seven Lions or other events we went to, because as soon as we got there, we got to line up our cars, and then they would actually check inside the car. So like we would be parked, and then they would tell us to roll down the windows, and if they see any like containers or anything, they would have like a bin with them to throw it away. And then they also, if they saw nothing but they saw a big bag, they would have you open it and like just go through it. And then they would also tell you to open up the trunk. And then once you open up the trunk, like you could have water, that was fine. But if you had alcohol or anything else, they would make you throw it away.
Oh,
And
wow.
then if you had like a canister with just with water, like they would make you open it, and then they would smell like what's inside of it. If it was water, then you're good. Like they would allow you to bring it in.
Wow.
Yeah, they were really like strict.
Oh man.
And then, go ahead.
Keep going.
Did it take a long time to get in?
Yeah, we were actually in line for like about an hour, I think.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
That's just the pat down. And then there was, so basically it was 4 rows. So there was like they would check the first row, and they would let them go through, and they would go to the next one, and then while they were checking, they were setting up another row, so they would go like down the line.
So they kind of encouraged everyone, like if you were in a group, to kind of get there all together, so that way you guys could be next to each other.
I think they didn't care. So what happened was, one of our friends was like, he actually like told like one of the securities like, oh, that we're trying to park together because we all know each other, and we had 5 different cars. So he actually like let us set up our cars together. Like we got a little bit more towards the back, but he's like, just park right here, and as your friends come, like I'll pull them in. And then he pulled all 5 of our cars together, so we were all together the whole time.
That's good.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and then we just kept tipping him. And then we asked him, hey, are you gonna be here tomorrow? Because we also went Sunday.
Okay, so did you go Saturday and Sunday, or was it Friday and Sunday?
No, I went Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so you mentioned that they were checking you weren't allowed to bring alcohol in and only water. What was like the food? Because I'm always interested in the food options. So did they have like any type of food that you could order, and any drinks that you could order, or was it kind of like none of that?
Yeah, they actually had an app. I have the flyer right here still. So they give you this flyer when you pull up. It has like a little QR code, and then you scan it. And then once you scan it, you'll get the website. Bernard, do you have that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then from there you can pick like so once before you order, you have to like pick the row that you're in, and then you can actually see the prices of the food and stuff like that. So you can just put there's not
Yeah.
yeah, just select your event.
Fajita quesadilla.
Hit up. Yeah.
I just think if you're charging people to sit in their own cars, they should be able to bring whatever food and drink they want inside.
I happen to agree with that, but I do like the fact that they allow you to buy food there, because I'm always eating at a festival. Like that's one of my favorite parts of it. So regardless of that, I I always buy food. I like that.
I'm trying to remember. Was this the one where you could have pre-ordered your food too? Like, or did
Yeah.
you have to wait until you got like your assigned spot?
Yeah, you could pre-order your food, and then they would tell you as you pulled up. You're like, "Did you pre-order food?" And I'm not sure what happened because we didn't get any food.
Oh, you did. Okay, that was my next question. I was like, did you guys order?
Monique just
food?
fired you.
No,
They
I
like
didn't
charge you
order.
$13 for Coors Light. That hurts my soul.
So across the street from the venue was like a Chipotle, Panda Express, and like other food. So I just ate before I headed inside.
Smart. That's nice. Yeah. So, what did you guys do for alcohol?
I had a bottle. I put it behind my sub, like this big.
Well, don't tell them now security's gonna check there.
It's all right. They're not gonna move every sub.
I'm impressed with that
but-
LED. Was it lemonade?
Yeah, they had like these little balls. They were pretty
Yeah.
cool. They're like $19, but
I know. I was like, I don't know if I want to pay $19 for that.
That's a whole Costco bottle of vodka, so no.
So tell us more about your experience. Okay, you told us how like getting into the venue and you guys were able to park together. You guys showed us the food options. So tell us a little bit more. Like, was there merchandise? Did you guys get a chance to check it out? Did anybody order any?
I think there was merchandise. I'm not sure though. I didn't really look into it, but they had like one thing that they did have differently. They had little carts like going around. So they actually had lemonades and like I think like popcorn, I think. And you can actually just purchase it from there.
I like
and
that.
then yeah, they had like a bunch of them, and then you could pay cash or whatever. No, I think cash or card. And then they had the restroom queue that was like super dumb in my opinion.
I want to hear
Tell
all
us-
about that.
So
Very curious.
basically, you would like text that you wanted to use the restroom, and you could put how many people were gonna go with you. But it's like I texted it. Let me see. I can actually give you a time frame how long it took. Because yeah, it was bad.
Enter restroom queue. Oh Jesus.
Ooh. Enter restroom queue.
Okay, so I queued in at 7:34.
Okay.
And my restroom time when they said come get in line for the restroom was 8:50.
Oh my God, I would have peed on myself.
Yeah, so
Eat outside. I don't care.
no, they had porta potties set up to the left of it, and you can actually just go and use the porta potties. But even once you got to the like your turns up, you would walk up there and there was a line to go inside. So I was like, dude, like what's the point? I'm like, I'd rather just sit on the porta potties, and it took me like 10-15 minutes.
Oh my God. So were these cute bathrooms like nice bathrooms, like
They
legitimate
were
with running water?
I guess it said on there that they would like clean them and stuff like that. They were premium, I guess. And they were inside the venue. Like the whole whatever it took place at, like it was inside the Grove.
Okay.
That's cool.
So it was inside. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
But
I
think-
cannot believe.
Bathrooms. Why was it so long to use the bathroom inside?
I have no idea. But then
I think-
one of the things that I did notice is on day 3, I'm not sure if they added another set of porta potties towards the back. 'Cause I didn't see it when they already kept sending me to the front because that's where the porta potties were. But then on day 3, there's like, oh yeah, they added they have 3 other stalls over here, so we just went over there.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. So were
And-
those cleaned or was it just kind of like
Free
No,
for all.
they were just like I mean, yeah, they weren't clean.
Okay, everyone stay away from Kevin for 2 weeks because we don't know what he found in that porta potty.
It's just an entire little closet of bodily fluids just lingering. Yeah, that don't make me feel safe at all.
Oh, that's so gross. So okay, you've told us about the one thing that we're super interested in, but what else can you tell us about that?
I want to know about the music. Like, did it play out of the speakers of your car?
So they actually had a radio station. I think it was 90.3. It said on the flyer too. Or actually, Well, when you scan it, it would tell you the FM, so you could play it through your car. And then they had a
Oh.
bunch of speakers actually set up throughout the parking spot, so you could actually listen to it. And if you were like in the middle, like you would get it from the left, and then you would get it from the right.
Oh,
So it was
nice.
really nice.
I
Mhm.
mean, there wasn't any like weird echo or nothing like that, right? Did it sound funky?
Not that I noticed.
That's good.
And then when Gareth came up, they turned him up a little bit higher. I
Nice.
think
good.
the most concern was like how loud they were playing, because I think it's residential around there.
Ah, okay. So, did they have additional screens in case you were? Because you said the first night you were in the back row, or
Not
did you?
that I saw. I don't see any screens. I just saw speakers.
Okay. And so, from where you were at, since you said there were only 4 rows, did everybody have like a good view of the stage? I mean, of course, the front rows would have a better view, of course.
One thing that they did do that was good was they would walk around with people that had their trunks open, so you know how it blocks people's views, and they would just tell them to close them down so people could see from the back.
Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. Well, that's good.
Oh, Pooja
So how was the
asked, were there
music?
any lasers?
Yeah, there was lasers. There was if you were like up close, like it was good.
So how was the music?
It was good. I do also day one. For Gareth, I mean I think Sunday set was better in my opinion. He went like harder and played more psytrance, and then Saturday set was more like in the fields, trying to like make you cry. But it was still good.
I would have fallen asleep.
And then they had like I didn't really know the openers, and when we got there late, we got there like at 7. So and then he Gareth started at 7:30.
Oh, wow. Oh, so what time did like doors open that people can actually arrive?
So they open, so you can start lining up at 5. And then the
Okay.
first starter set was at 6. I think it was
Okay.
just one opener from 6 to 7:30, and then from 7:30 to 10 was just Gareth Emery.
Oh, wow. So he played like a 2.5-hour set?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So did you enjoy it? Like,
Yeah,
I
I
know
had
you
fun.
said you've been to a couple drive-ins. So, I mean, what did you like that this particular event had that the others didn't, or what you liked with other events versus this one?
Bathroom queue.
This one was closer. That's the only positive thing they had.
I'm not sure. I liked it all. Like it's all good. I don't know.
Do you think it's like
What I did,
an appropriate substitution for raving while we're in the middle of a pandemic to go to one of these? Is it worth the money for you?
I thought it was worth the money. And then since we were all together, like we also like saw like your friends were there the whole time because we all parked together. So it was really nice. And it's not like you're losing people all the time. Like, hey, where are you? And I just look for a car.
So how big was the space that you got? That was one question I don't think we were able to ask you.
I'm not, well, since we had like 5 cars, we had like a really large area, but I think maybe it was like about 10 feet.
Okay. That's a nice space.
And then we set it up like a few tables and everything.
Oh, you guys brought tables. Did you guys bring chairs too?
I brought chairs. Yeah, we brought chairs.
Paired, I like it.
I know. I like that.
And another thing they had, you can bring like professional cameras. Like I know at the other drive-ins, like they didn't care like for detachable lessons. For this one, you actually couldn't bring them in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Anybody? Do you guys have any more questions for Kevin?
Would you go back to the venue if they have something else there?
Yeah.
Other rules?
Yeah, and it's close by to from my place. It's only a 12-minute drive.
Nice.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
If you ever go there, we're sleeping at Kevin's house.
Yeah, I actually just moved in here, so there's plenty spots. I have enough for 4 beds.
Woohoo.
Oh, nice.
Party at Kevin's.
I know.
Just let me know.
So, any other questions, everybody?
No.
No. All right. Well, thanks, Kevin, so much for telling us that. And we'd really like it if you stayed on and continued on with the show, because we've got a lot of really interesting news. We'd really love to hear your input on a lot of those. So stick around. And the biggest news that happened this past week was not only was EDC returning to Europe 2021, but they told us where exactly it was going to be at. So let's talk about EDC Portugal and where it's going to be located. So it's going to take place June 18th, 19th, and the 20th. And I'm never going to be able to say this, but is it Praia de Rocha?
I think so.
Portugal.
I'm going to say
A beach in
Portugal.
Portugal.
A beach in Portugal.
Beach, Portugal.
You guys figure that out.
That's where it's located. And so, guys, we've all been really excited. I'm not, tickets haven't quite gone on sale yet, but they did release the ticket prices. So, Kelly, I know you looked that up. So, can you tell us what the ticket price breakdown is?
Yeah, so they had the pre-sale for the regular GA was, when you converted it, it was $150 or $23 down on the payment plan. And then for the VIP, it was $232 when you converted it. But that's not including fees.
Yeah, so it's all it's in addition to the booking fees that you have to pay. But I don't think that's bad. I can't even remember. Is that cheaper than EDC Mexico?
I'm not sure.
It's a little more expensive. It's like
EDC Mexico
prices.
Okay. So that's the one that you compare it to. So this one is going to be cheaper than EDC Mexico, right?
A little more expensive.
Oh, it's a little more expensive. Okay.
But I mean, the big question is can we even go?
That
Who knows what the state of the world's going to be by then? How are you going to put this out there for everybody? Is this really for us, or is this for the rest of the world and we're just getting hyped for no reason?
Look, I don't want Americans anywhere, so I'm going to go for business purposes, and I'm not American. I'm Salvadorian now.
And then, I know that the passport people got a big surprise today, hearing that EDC Portugal was included on their passport, right?
Yeah, but then what's the point if nobody can get in?
Yeah.
That's definitely true. I want to be very optimistic that by June of next year, it should be better. We should have some form of a vaccine out there so that can be an option. I mean, they can't keep us out forever, right?
No, they can.
Exactly. So I think it should be okay. I mean, I've got some big European trips scheduled for next summer. So we have to
for $20 on passport, I'm gonna chance it and just grab a ticket. But I wouldn't pay the full price ticket if you're American, because there's no guarantee you're gonna be able to get in.
And then how would they handle that? Would they roll it into 2022 if you buy a ticket?
Your refund at that point, because that was on you. You decided to go get a ticket to an event you didn't know you can get into.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It'll happen for Europeans, but it'll just be Americans stuck outside.
I don't know. Was anybody on the Insomniac Passport town hall meeting that happened?
No, they wanted me to turn on my camera right after I woke up, so I said, fuck that.
I did read the cliff notes on some of that, but I wasn't on it. Obviously, I was at work.
I have let me find them.
Yeah, I did see that they are restarting the payments next year, though.
Yeah,
I heard that they're
March
adding
2021.
Yeah, they're adding 100 more people in February. They're sending out more passport invites, and then in March they're going to start the payments back up.
And no
they've been
EDC 2020 boxes, Monique.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm real disappointed. So they are going to slap stickers on it and give it next year. I'm all right with that. That'll be fine.
Cross it out and
be funny.
Put a 1 where the 0 was.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. We would all understand that. But my biggest thing is, if you plan on having an event and you are advertising to the world, but a majority of your fan base is in a country that isn't allowed, I didn't see anywhere how that was being addressed. Like they didn't even talk, like I didn't see any cliff notes on that. And I think that is a huge concern. You know, you're advertising it to us, but there's no guarantee that we'll be able to go, but you're still gonna sell us tickets. Like how
Also,
exactly
it depends if it's gonna be like a will call pickup like Mexico where you really can't transfer your ticket to anyone, or if you're gonna send out the tickets and you can sell that off if you need to. Because if you can sell the ticket, that's perfectly fine. You can just get your money back. But
yeah, like that would be nice, but like I didn't see any.
Yeah, they didn't specify what they're doing there.
Yeah, and I think before I buy a ticket, I would want to know like how they're going to address that. And I really think that they should, you know, considering the state that this world is in. But what's everybody else says? Kevin, Bernard, what do you guys think?
Well, I think I would be concerned about how the people of Portugal feel about it. Like, obviously, Pasquale talked to his people in charge and whatnot, but I mean, how would you feel if like America's looking all stupid over here with like their masks hanging down around their chin and stuff like that? We can't get our stuff together. And then you just find out that your country's hosting an event for all these people.
They're probably pretty sure we won't be allowed in, so they don't really care. I guess.
Yeah. All I want is Monique to write a strongly worded letter to Pasquale and get me a passport.
I need to write a strongly worded letter to get my own, man. But
you should
I'll put it on the list. Most definitely. Kevin, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I can't go, so I haven't thought about it.
Fair enough. So yeah, but I mean, okay, so let's change gears. Let's talk something a little more positive. So let's just say that everything works out the way we want it to, because that's what we want. And we are going to end up going, like Americans will be allowed in, everything's going to be fine. Like how would you approach planning this trip?
Points. Well, use points.
The flight is definitely something that's concerning.
It's expensive here. Start looking at hotels now. If you find something that's completely refundable, book it now.
Yeah.
If it's not refundable, don't do it because you don't know if you can go and they're gonna say, oh, it's non-refundable, sorry, you can't get in.
Yeah. So who was it that was telling me that they were looking at hotels and a lot of them were non-refundable right now?
Me.
Yeah. So keep an eye on that. I know there's been a lot of talk about Airbnbs that are in the area. And it looks like a really, really nice area that it's going to be in. So I would imagine that'll be very interesting how they handle that. And I think the nearest airport to it, of course, you can fly into Lisbon, which is the big city. But Faro, I think, is the nearest airport to the actual venue.
Yeah.
And then from
fly
there,
to Lisbon. Don't
I heard that it's a 2 to 3 hour car ride from Lisbon to wherever this place is. So if you don't mind a 2 to 3 hour car ride, it's not bad.
But also,
you'll probably save a lot of money because it's a bigger airport.
Okay. What was that, Daniela?
They might have shuttles once it gets closer.
Yeah, I would imagine that they would have something like that. But I also heard that they didn't have like a lot of taxis operating out there.
Scary.
Oh, I don't know about that. I would look into Uber too because I've never been to Portugal, so I don't know if they operate there.
Yeah, neither do I. I do know that they have like buses and stuff, but I don't know like what the cost of that is. And so I'm in the planning stage, but I do want to hear Papa Pasquale mention something addressing whether or not, you know, if we'll be allowed to travel over there and how they will handle that if we can't, and they still go forward with it. So I do want to go because one, I've never been to Portugal. That sounds really cool. And I've never been to an EDC in Europe either. So that's really exciting too. But I am very concerned about the state of this country not being able to, you know, go anywhere. So these are all real concerns. And I think that should have been brought up in that town hall meeting. And I don't know why nobody said it. But
I'm curious how many tickets are actually selling to this particular event, because I know that has been like a concern about selling things at like reduced capacity? Or is this just going to be like a free for all and just pray that we have a cure by then?
Yeah. Well, that's another question that I didn't see on the Cliff Notes version. See, they need to have us in these town hall meetings because we know the questions that need to be asked, and we've got some good, strongly worded letter writers on this team, and I'm pretty sure we could get the real answers. But another concern, because I was talking to a friend about this, and he was saying that he's actually been to this particular venue because BPM Portugal actually hosts their event there too. And so it was saying that there's going to be 3 or 4 stages, but he was saying that you probably won't get like the EDC, like the massive stages, because you can't really build on the sand and there isn't a lot of space for that.
I think they said there was 7 stages, right?
Jeez.
Is there 7?
8 stages. They have all the like regular EDC stages, so I don't know how they're doing that. Because I looked up maps and it didn't look like a very big spot to do that.
Right. And then I would be concerned about like how big the stages actually could be and like how much of the theatrics they'll be able to incorporate into it, because that's like a huge part of EDC. And like I've been to EDC Japan, we've all been to EDC Mexico, and so EDC Mexico is massive compared to a lot of the other ones, because for EDC Japan it wasn't very big and the stages weren't as elaborate except for the main stage. So I mean, if anything, I would expect it to be at least that small. But I mean, if I'm going to Portugal, I really want like the in your face, like maybe not like the huge, massive main stage, but at least, you know, take the largest mega structure that Portugal has ever seen. Like, I feel like that would be so
That's gonna be the whole damn venue. Look, at that point, I'd just be happy to get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
So they can set up a table and call it a stage, and I'll believe them.
Exactly. So I don't know, but those are just my thoughts. But I just, looking at these pictures that Bernard has up, I'm just like, I want to be there. I want to be anywhere but in California right now.
I'd be okay with like a boat stage, like off a dock or something, just so that they could make better use of the space.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to Alaska.
You guys are going to take over Alaska while you're up there?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, we're going to make them kick us out.
No, we're just going to borrow it for a bit and then give it back to them.
Yeah, but I think that'd be really cool, Kelly, if they incorporated that, like had like yachts and stuff, the way Croatia does it. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Be okay with that. Have like a one-way in and off the boat, and that way there's less, you know.
Yeah, just get some giant yachts and have the little tender boats that'll take you from the shore to the. I think that would be really, really cool.
Because you're right, it doesn't look like a lot of space where they showing photos of.
Yeah, and then they were also saying that there would be like full-scale carnival rides. So I'm like, where is all of this
on the
going? Actually, yeah, like are they taking over like all of that area, and then we're just gonna be.
They're just taking over a whole city. They're just closing off the whole city.
The rides are like in between hotels, so you just like walk around the hotels.
I know, like, how are they? There are questions that need answered that were not answered in that town hall meeting. So don't worry, guys. I'll write the letter. We'll be fine. But that was just the really big news. But in addition to that, you know, a lot of these companies are starting to feel that, you know, we're getting to a better place, so they can actually start promoting events that are going to be happening the first half of next year. And so there's quite a few of them that are going to be taking place, most of them in like April. So let's talk about some of the future events that are going to be coming up. So we've got Spring Awakening, which will be happening in Cancun, and Imagine, that's going to be making its way to the Bahamas. So let's talk about that. Kelly, I know you and Daniela had looked up some info on that. So you guys want to talk about either one of those?
Yeah, so both of them have 100% refund if it does get canceled. I don't think they offer that if you just decide you don't want to go. But if it does get canceled for any reason due to COVID, you will get your money back. So
Okay, that's awesome.
there's that.
They both start at $6.99 for 4 people in a room for a quad, essentially, like as if, for us on Boat Life.
Mm-hmm.
So both of them at the same starting point. The Grand Oasis has hosted other music events before. I feel like, what is it? Deja Vu was there, I believe. So yeah, they're used to having like an event takeover. So I feel like that one's probably going to be okay, in my opinion, as far as planning goes.
Yeah. And both of them they were talking about 4 days, 3 nights, or 5 days, 4 nights. And they have multiple like hotel packages that you can go with. So it's like on a tiered system. So if you're interested in that, and Spring Awakening is happening April 28th through May 2nd. And Imagine is going to take place April 8th through the 11th. So,
that's in the Bahamas, right?
Yeah, that one's going to be in the Bahamas. Yeah. I didn't see much information else that they had up, but they're definitely promoting that. But another event that's actually going to be taking place during that same time as Spring Awakening is it 3 Points? It's 3 Points, right?
3
Which
points.
is going to be taking place.
Fake
yeah,
Coachella.
in the fake Coachella in Miami. April 30th through the May 1st. So that one's got a lot of interesting artists on the lineup. And didn't they release a statement? Was it earlier this week or last week that they couldn't release their lineup? Daniela, you want to?
They said all the blurred out names will be released once their friends at Coachella release their lineup for next year. So next January. So it's going to be all people that are performing at Coachella. So if you can't go to Coachella and you're on the East Coast, you could check that out.
Yeah. But they did mention a few that would be really good. So you can go see The Strokes and Eric Prydz and Wu-Tang and 3 6 Mafia if you're into all of that stuff. And Green Velvet's going to be there. So they have, I don't know most of those people on the list, but I do know the ones I just mentioned. So I think that that
Kate
makes sense.
Trinata.
Who?
Kate Trinata.
And Zoo.
Oh, I know Zoo. Yeah, I didn't get
And
that
Just
far
a
down.
Fellow is dying.
And Just a Fellow, he's not on the lineup.
Major
Let's
look.
That's the first person that Monique looked for, okay?
Would be funny. It'd be funny if he was one of the blurred out names.
Maybe.
You know what? That would actually be hilarious if he was.
That would be funny.
So stay tuned, everybody. Wait for our show in January after Coachella releases their lineup. We'll tell you whether or not he's going to be there. So Skylar wants to know where's the hard style, and my answer to that is I don't know.
Not in Miami.
Sound like a broken record there, Skylar. I always asked him about that hard style.
I don't think he's been given what was that?
Well, they did for Pascal. He did say that he was gonna bring more hardstyle.
Oh, really?
COVID, yeah. So I'm excited for that as well.
Oh, so see, there you go, Skylar. We have insider information that Pasquale's going to be giving you more hardstyle as soon as this is over. So let's hope this gets over and fast before we all lose it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what?
You're not there yet? I'm about 3 months past that.
You're so bored you're going to Alaska.
Yeah.
The only place that will let you in.
Pretty much.
And even then that's debatable.
You should have gone to Cancun instead.
I am very convinced that people are not really concerned about all of these, restrictions, because I've had more friends go to Mexico this past couple of months than I've ever seen anybody go to Mexico. Like everyone's in Cancun and they're in Tulum and they're in Cabo and Ensenada.
Mexico, they don't care what you do. If you show them American money, they don't care what you do.
I must be doing something wrong. Like I really.
Yeah, you're paying them in pesos.
I don't know, man, but I would love to be somewhere not in California.
That is a snazzy cup you're drinking out of there, Daniela. I just gotta say.
Yeah, Monique finally gave me my cup from Tomorrowland like forever ago.
Listen, I had every intentions on getting it to you sooner. It just, I'm not sure what happened. But it's better to be late than pregnant, or better late than ever, however you want to look at that. But you got it.
Staircases?
Better late than staircases.
That's how I felt when my last box came in.
Oh my goodness! Do you want to tell us
what
happened?
You got.
I still have it. I still have it. It's in there. It's in there. My bed.
Was that the one that was all smashed up?
Yeah. It's that one.
Is that the one where the Red Bull exploded?
No, they basically took all the Red Bulls. They the box was like all open, like smashed. They taped it with like Scotch tape, like not even like it's pretty bad. And then the Red Bulls were gone, but they left everything else, so which is good, I guess. But it was just like a pancake.
Oh my!
They're like, what the fuck is this? Oh, look, Red Bulls. I'm gonna take that.
I can, like, that is the one thing that I made sure that they knew about. I was like, how can you deliver boxes like from Europe to everyone and they look like that? Because I mean, granted, my outer box was all damaged, but like the inner box was fine. But it's just like, that's unacceptable. Like,
let me see if I can pull
ship
it.
packages.
Was it FedEx? Because if it was FedEx, that's what they do to everything they ever have. Like,
it was USPS, and actually, so when I got my first 2 boxes, they left me a note like on the door, like saying like, hey, we came in and you weren't here, so we're gonna take the box and then you can either pick it up or we're gonna come back tomorrow. But for this last box, they didn't even care. They just left it outside. So it, like, I saw my phone and it said that someone picked it up, and I just called like my mom. I'm like, hey, are you home? Because they just said that they dropped off a box, but no one's home. And she's like, no, I'm not home. So then I just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I sent one of my friends over to my house to check, and it's like, oh yeah, the box is here. And then he's like, oh, it doesn't weigh anything. And I was like, that's odd. It's just like it was all smashed up. I'm like, let me see if I can pull it out. I'll show it to you guys.
Oh my goodness. See, yeah, that is not okay. Strongly worded letters all around.
I'd be
not for what you paid for that box.
And charged back on my credit card because all my stuff is missing now.
Yeah. It's so unacceptable, and it's so disappointing because Tomorrowland is a company, and ID&T, they're a company that is typically really, really good about sending stuff out and all of the packaging being, oh my gosh.
All right, so watch this. Here's the Scotch tape they attempt to put. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like half-ass work.
Oh man.
Oh,
and then it's ripped on this side as well. Everything was inside, but it's just like terrible. And then the box itself, the brown one that it came in, it was just like a pancake. Like, it was all squished up. But yeah.
Yeah,
but he was having a bad day at the USPS.
Well, it took so long to get here. They held it up in the mail for a long time. Let me see.
Oh my goodness. So how long after the event did you finally get all 3 of your boxes?
I'll find that right now, actually.
Some strongly worded letters.
They had to know that. And it's so sad because like I've gotten boxes from them for their smaller events, like for Tomorrowland, and none of that. Like everything came. There was
the video froze.
When was the
Technical difficulty.
You're good.
Okay. I don't think we had any technical difficulties in the beginning, though.
No, we were good. I was watching.
We know of.
I was trying my damnedest to make it not happen.
Well, Bernard, you did a fantastic job, but this is the technical difficulties featuring the Festival Addicts, and it finally decided this was the time. So, welcome to the show, everybody.
It was after it saw the box.
I know it decided it was.
There's
like,
no audio.
Uh-oh. Audio? If we keep talking, can you guys just tell us if you hear anything?
Oh,
Oh,
oh my god.
So
What did I
perfect
miss?
right now.
It's a real show now. Oh my god, Skylar.
Bernard, you did great. Don't be so hard on yourself. We got all the way to the
We
end.
got all goods now. We got all goods. We're good.
We have audio and
We're
video.
Audio,
right.
video, everything.
Let's give a shout out to Bernard, who saved us in the midst of
I'm
our
giving a
technical
shout out to our loyal audience who puts up with our crap.
All right. So now that we're back on track here. So there was another event that was talked about in the past couple of days, and it's by the world's sexiest DJ.
Just a falafel stand?
No, not quite. Would anybody? Yes.
Tiesto!
Toasty.
Yeah, so Mr. Tiesto is going to be performing at the Red Rock. So who wants to tell us about this event that was just announced?
Do you want to say anything,
Okay.
Kevin? You were trying
Sure.
to buy
Yeah,
some
do you have
tickets.
any thoughts on it,
so
Kevin?
yeah. So tickets went out today, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, and they were started off at $267 after fees. And there was
Okay.
only 175 tickets available. Yeah.
So those
And that's
And
are
for a show 2 days from now.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's
all
so
the tickets
crazy.
are going to the Children's Hospital of Colorado,
that's
minus
good.
tax and fees. So at least they're donating the money on
Mhm.
test show to see if anybody dies.
Yeah.
It's still
But this is
$270 more than I paid to see Tiesto. Because you need to pay me money to see Tiesto.
Look, I want a live show so bad that I actually was willing to risk my life for Tiesto until I saw those prices.
no.
I was willing to do like $50 or something like that, but no, I'm not.
I'll
paying
abstain. It's
600.
Tiesto. I'm not gonna let my palate be cleansed by him.
Yeah.
Kevin, those resale tickets went up in price already. Skylar just
Yeah.
looked it up. He says over
Yeah.
$1,200 now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I mean,
Snagged like 20 of them.
is it worth it to go to Red Rocks for that price?
Pretend somebody
I've
else is
never been to
playing.
Red Rocks, but the venue looks amazing, so it might be worth that price.
Yeah, bring your own headset with your own music to listen to instead.
Exactly.
If you love Tiesto and you love Red Rocks, it might be worth it to you.
Ah.
I think it's
You
interesting
have no
that
other
they're
options
doing
right now. What are you
4
gonna do?
shows
Oh,
of
it's
different
also
music for 4 days in a row.
they're also having a live stream. So if you don't want to go to
Yeah.
the show, you can just watch the live stream.
Okay. I actually do want to see Red Rocks. That would be nice. But isn't there another live show? Isn't he doing another live show too? Is it him too that's doing with the 175 cap somewhere else?
No, not that I know of.
Lotus.
Okay, Lotus. Okay, that's what it is. When is that one?
I'm not sure on the top of my head, but those were on sale at the same time as Tiesto, I believe.
Okay. So
And I
Fatima
think
is saying,
ours-
yeah, so Fatima is saying that she understands it's for charity, but geez, and Red Rocks is an amazing venue, but I don't know for $1,200 if it's worth it.
Not for
If I had a
Tiesto.
sugar daddy, totally worth it.
I'd rather be front row of a car like a drive-in.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, does anybody know anyone who got tickets? That's going to be the real question.
I know.
I don't know anybody.
I was trying to get one when I woke up, but apparently I woke up 2 hours after the sale when happened, so there was no tickets left.
I got on the waiting room at 8:33.
Because it's
and
through
I
Addicts,
still
their ticket
wouldn't be
sales are
able to.
always a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I mean, but I wonder how they're gonna have it all set up. Like, are they gonna have like little pods where people can be at that are gonna be social distanced, or
It says on their website that's gonna be social distancing, and I think they're gonna be like cleaning up stuff like
So
frequently, and then you have to wear a mask all the time.
It's a pretty venue, so I'm assuming like it's kind of like assigned seating, like you're assigned this spot to stand in and you have to stay there.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Well, that would be good. Well, if we ever find anybody who made it into that 175, I definitely want to talk to them when they come back from the show, because I want to know if it was worth it if they got it for that 267. If not, I want to know somebody who paid that $1,200 after price, and I want to know if it's worth it.
It was all scalpers. All 135 tickets went to scalpers.
You're not gonna meet anyone who paid that price to get inside.
I hope they all get stuck.
Me and Kevin were trying to get tickets.
Yeah, I was.
We're trying to pay our bills, Monique.
I do that all the time.
Oh man, well, so that's the news, everybody, for this week. Anybody got anything else that they want to share?
Nope.
That we missed?
Crickets.
Nope, crickets. I think we covered everything. All right. Well, before we leave, everybody, let's tell them where we can find you on social media. Daniela?
I'm at DannyLove22492 on Twitter and Instagram.
And Kelly?
I am Kelly Arianis on Facebook, and I'm perverted_Patty on Instagram.
And Kevin?
At Original Twinkie on everything.
I love that.
I know, me too. Boss Man, where can we find you?
#Sharkmayor.
Oh,
Really?
no. He's still hoping.
They haven't
Still hoping for some Lala love.
Oh, all right. Well, I am your Mocha Princess. That's where you can find me on Instagram. And if you haven't already, check out all of our social medias. Our website just got a huge revamping, so go check that out. Click on those ads so we can get some monies. And we've got all kinds of great stuff on there. All of the content that we've been curating for you guys. So we have all of our artist interviews. We have all of our recap and tips and trick videos and articles and all that. You can actually read about all of the Festival Addicts team members. And then if you need more, then head over to our YouTube, which has all of our past podcasts that we've had on there, plus all of our interesting content that we have. If you're here on Facebook, if not, you're watching us on all of our other platforms, Twitch, YouTube, all of that. Check out our Instagram, use our hashtag Festival Addicts 247. And I think I covered all of our social media. Oh, and Twitter. Show our Twitter some love, people.
Don't forget to show Precious some love tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, the Body by Halcyon SF has returned. So if you're trying to get off that Quarantine 15, this is the time to do it. So it starts on Zoom as well as Twitch at 6 p.m. I think it might start a little bit early if you're trying to get on all of those, and then go get your workout on, listen to some music. They're going to have all different kinds of DJs coming in as the weeks go by. So check that out. Get your sweat on, get your workout on, because we're going to get festivals back, and we all want to be festival ready, right?
Mm-hmm. Bring some lightweights for tomorrow's show.
Exactly.
Portugal ready.
Yeah.
Portugal ready.
Right. And that's it, guys. That's everything. So thank you all for joining us for our Tuesday show. Stay safe. Have a good time this weekend, and we will see you all next week. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Bernard.